Good day to you, and welcome back to the Baron's News Desk, covering the latest happenings and goings-on in the world of tabletop card gaming. Today's first story comes from the website magic.wizards.com, announcing that in a rather unprecedented move, the upcoming expansion, War of the Spark, will contain a total of 36 Planeswalkers. Seen as previous Magic the Gathering sets have never even gone into the double digits as far as the number of Planeswalkers in the set, this is quite a bold move indeed by Wizards of the Coast. While it was not explicitly stated, we can infer by the announcement that there should be at least one Planeswalker in each booster pack of War of the Spark. Could this perhaps be Wizards of the Coast attempting to capitalize on the Battle Royale phenomenon from video games such as PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Fortnite? One thing is for certain, with this great many Planeswalkers in the set, there is certain to be a war of attrition, meaning that we are likely going to see some of these Planeswalkers being snuffed out of existence. The article continues to display all of the stained glass replicas of all of the Planeswalkers that are likely to be in the War of the Spark set, although they did state that it is likely not to be their final artwork that we will see on the cards. Let us also not forget that the stained glass art style is something that is usually seen in grand cathedrals and churches, reminiscent of almost religious principles. Many facets of this remain to be seen, but one thing is for certain, and that is this artwork is truly a sight to behold indeed. With Dominaria and Guilds of Ravnica shattering attendance records at pre-release, it is almost certain that War of the Spark will continue to shatter those records. Our second story stems from the Wizards Play Network website, in which it was announced that there is a new tournament software currently in development and shall be rolled out soon to your local game stores across the world. Most owners and operators of local game shops are likely to agree that the old tournament system for running tournaments, official tournaments, at their shops was a bit cumbersome and not as streamlined as it should be. Now in 2019, it looks as though the purveyors at the LGSs will be able to run tournaments more efficiently through the use of mobile applications. Instead of having to print out pieces of paper in order for players to find their pairings and find their seats, they could easily be notified via their mobile devices. Even the simple aspect of being able to report your match results now becomes a lot easier for the LGS purveyor to manage. Players will also be granted additional insight and visibility into the current leaderboard statistics of that tournament. This means a reduction in the office supplies needed for the LGS to run tournaments, and certainly will give them more time to running their business rather than reporting standings and answering questions around the leaderboard statistics during the tournament. This new system is expected to go live at an unspecified date sometime in the year 2019. And a welcome addition it shall be indeed. Finally, we shall end the day with a Q&A session with Mr. Mark Rosewater conducted on his Tumblr entitled Blog-a-Tog. The player Cleric of Ronus asks, "A good friend of mine is really hoping to someday get legendary creatures that have both partner with and meld. This got me thinking, since you said it's unlikely to see partner with in standard, meanwhile it looks like dual-faced cards have only ever been printed in standard sets. Why is that? It seems like advanced players would fare much better with dual-face cards compared to more casual players." Mr. Rosewater responds, "Two things. Number one, double-faced cards have additional costs, both financial and logistical. making it harder for supplemental products to use them. And number 2, double-faced cards have proven very popular with casual players. Now, Mr. Rosewater, I would say this is a chicken and the egg sort of situation. I remember being absolutely thrilled when the Innistrad set was announced and was revealed that dual-faced cards in the form of werewolves were being included in the set. But like other Magic the Gathering players, I was also quite disturbed at the overall lackluster performance of those werewolves in the standard format. They certainly didn't make their way into Modern, or Legacy, or Vintage, or even the Commander format. If you want advanced players to get excited about dual-faced cards, then perhaps considering making them a bit more powerful in the future. And as for the idea of meld, there have certainly been some missed opportunities and I believe could be revisited in the near future, especially for the Commander format. Consider the legendary creatures Gisela the Broken Blade and Bruna the Fading Light. With both of these legendary creatures on the board, they can meld to form Brizella, Voice of Nightmares. Now, had these creatures been included with the Partners with Ability text, they could be used as commanders in the Commander format and could be seen play to this day. It is truly a missed opportunity indeed, and something that I hope that Wizards of the Coast will rectify in the future. Thank you ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more news from the Baron's News Desk. Until next time, cheers.